Welcome to Access a Trader, the #1 community for those who are committed to taking control of their trading in order to achieve success, profitability, and longevity. Thank you for joining us. Here's Dan Shapiro to help you find your edge, master your process, and own your future.
Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome to the first episode of the AccessATrader.com nightly update for 2025. Hope everybody had a great holiday season. Hopefully you guys had a great New Year's Eve. Hopefully your 2025 is starting on a good note. And let's talk about it. So first and foremost, thank you very much for tuning in, especially for all you new folks, for finding us, for spending a couple of minutes with us. The only thing I ask is, folks, if you could be so kind, take a second out, click the like button, share, subscribe. Coverboard, right? Coverboard, we do the broadcast usually Monday through Thursdays, and again on the weekend. I'm doing the nightly update tonight. Usually tonight's my normal night off, but we've been so choppy throughout the week. One day we're off, 2 days we're off, and then you have New Year's, and then you have this, and you have that. So figured share my thoughts because, again, today was kind of a big deal. So let's talk about it, right? First day of the year, again, very, very odd to start on a Thursday, especially most people are still on vacations. But let's play a little bit of a history lesson. If you guys remember, a couple of weeks ago, I started talking at the top of the range that, hey, got to be careful, right? Got to be careful. It's video after video after video. You got to be careful. Stocks are way overextended. You're going to get pulled. There's going to be a 3% pullback at some point just because of the gravity. You got to be careful. Yada, yada, yada. We had this nasty 3.5% reversal on FOMC and Jay Powell's minutes. And then for the next couple of weeks, we talked about, well, there's a formation within a formation, right? There's a game within a game. All you need to do is go back to the last 5 videos that I recorded, and I kept on reiterating the point, guys, watch for that 509 level, watch for that 509 level, because again, if that 509 level gets breached, there is going to be technical damage. So we had this whole formation happening. And today in the morning, literally there's nothing going on. I kind of expected there was really nothing going on. I took one trade on NVDA, on a bounce. I wound up losing like 60 cents, and then I shorted Tesla. We'll get to Tesla in a second. Shorted Tesla, got a little bit of cash flow. So I was sitting there, I'm like, who cares? What's the difference? The real market is going to be played out come Monday and Tuesday when everybody comes off vacation. But this is why we play the game, right? This is why we play the game. This is why we don't trade because the market's open. We trade because we get value. And then slowly but surely, right? Slowly but surely, the market got weaker, and the market got weaker, and the market got weaker. And I said, hey, guys, let's watch this bottom range here, right? Let's watch the bottom range here. And next thing you know, I took it off the opening range lows at 510. It confirmed 509.29. Literally, if you've been watching this broadcast, even the last 4 or 5 times, you kind of know about that 509 area that we talked about kind of tattooed on your brain. And this was awesome. I mean, it really, really was awesome. The range got killed. We literally took a $3 wash in a matter of minutes. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. My target was the 65-day EMA. It overshot it a little bit, but it reclaimed it back. It started rallying back. But really, really good move. Again, the whole point was in the last 4 or 5 days, understanding that 509 level wasn't, again, the point of this is it. This is the top of the market. We're never going to see these high prices again. This is now the market's going to zero. Apocalypse now, Armageddon, hide the wives, hide the kids, hide the dog, right? Hide, hide, hide. It's about to be a bear market. No, it was just taking advantage of a level. The ramifications today were pretty important. The reason why I say that was, well, we did lose the 50-day moving average for a majority of the afternoon. Qs got all the way down to the 505.70s level. To the bulls' credit, we rallied back. And not only did we rally back, we reclaimed back the 50-day moving average. I kind of tweeted this out. I go, the bulls really need to reclaim back 509, or we're going to have a completely different narrative going into tomorrow. Well, luckily, the bulls did reclaim back the 509 level and close at 510. So now we have our next line in the sand. Write this down, guys, right? Write this down. I'll try to give you guys levels, important levels throughout the year on the Qs. Everything else, obviously, is in the live webinar. Again, I'm not going to give you every single pivot. But the Qs, from the macro point of view, I trade the Qs 3-4 times a year because 3-4 times a year, it's going to give you some sort of definitive value. I think the majority of times it's impossible. It really, really is impossible to micromanage Qs throughout the year. I find it very, very tough to believe that you can get a definitive edge trading Qs on random levels just because there's 100 stocks, right? If 50 are strong or 50 are weak, there is no definitive edge. So I trade the Qs 3-4 times a year. This was a very, very important level. Obviously, this made the whole day and a good start of the year. And the most important part kind of going into tomorrow is, well, not necessarily tomorrow, because I still believe that majority of people are still on vacation. So I think Monday and Tuesday we'll get a better understanding of how this market wants to proceed. But on the surface, the bulls did a good job today reclaiming back the 50-day moving average going into tomorrow. So now the bulls just have to stay above, right? To stay above the 509 level on the closing basis, because if we do close below 509 at any point, it's going to be a problem. Some individual items that I kind of want to touch on. The last video I recorded was a couple of days ago. We talked about the bottom range on Tesla. You guys remember that? Bottom range on Tesla, bottom range. The bottom range on Tesla got swiped really, really aggressively into New Year's Eve, right? We closed, that whole 415 level got breached. We closed at 402.50. This morning, everything gapped up. Initially, the NASDAQ was up like 200 points pre-market. Then you had some data come out, the 830 data come out, kind of slam things. But Tesla was disappointed, right? Their numbers, their delivery numbers came out today. And let me just kind of give you guys kind of the fine points. I'm kind of reading this off. Believe me, I don't know this at the top of my head. Tesla's Q4 deliveries were about 496,000. That's 7% up quarter over quarter and 2% year over year. Production at 459,000. That's 2% lower quarter over quarter and 7% year over year. First full year deliveries were 1.79. Down 1% year over year, missing the 515,000 needed for 2024 growth. Again, that's just a fine line. The market obviously didn't like that. It slammed Tesla down, which kind of destroyed my 402 pivot in the regular session. They slammed it down, closing it, within $5-6 of the lows. The one odd thing we didn't see today, despite the very aggressive nature in selling on Tesla, we really didn't see any big put buying. Okay, we really didn't see that. Usually, you would see very, very aggressive put buying coming into a name, especially when there is some sort of data, earnings, whatever the case may be. We didn't see that. However, I will say this much: is it possible you get a dead cat bounce tomorrow on Tesla? Sure, absolutely. Of course, it's always possible. But I will be looking at today's channel in the next couple of days, today's lows. In the next couple of days to see if there's one more push to the downside and see if we can get a soft landing somewhere around this 360, 362 level. But again, is it possible we get a dead cat bounce tomorrow? Yeah, I mean, it's totally possible, but we'll see. We'll see here. I kind of like what I'm seeing now in Bitcoin, okay? Bitcoin has been pretty much regulated with the strength and weakness of equities in the last several years. We didn't see that today, right? We didn't see that today. Bitcoin trading about 97,000 and change, which kind of disconnected it from the weakness of equities. Usually Bitcoin would be segregated in that area of standalone until equities kind of got weaker. Because again, it's kind of talking about speculation money and speculation money interest. But to Bitcoin's credit, it stood on its own 2 feet today, sitting around 97,000. Where Bitcoin gets a little bit uneasy is if it starts losing that 91,000 area. Okay, keep that in mind, guys, especially for you guys who trade Bitcoin. Watch that 91 area. If it gets breached, that's the 3-week low on Bitcoin. Because if it does get breached in that 91 level, there is going to be an issue there. But for now, it's holding up. NVIDIA getting pretty good call buying this whole day. Okay, players are making bets ahead of the CES conference, and NVIDIA really needs to get back above the 50-day moving average. That's been its problem area. Even though I caught a nice trade on the 23rd from that 38 to that 41 and change level. But since then, it's been underneath the 50-day moving average, despite we've seen a lot of money flow into the 140s in the next 2 weeks, into the 150s. But so far, not aggressive price action. Everything continues to trade below the 50-day moving average. I'd like to see NVIDIA in the next couple of days or so get back above the 50-day moving average. Again, we're just having a very, very tough time reclaiming, but we also see the bottom channel here, the 10-day, that's going to provide us a two-sided trade. But if this thing is going to run, it really needs to get back above the 50-day moving average. Some other names that I am watching for the next couple of days, look at Instacart, right? Look at Instacart here. Just like NVIDIA, it's sitting below its 50-day moving average. Again, I don't think it's something imminent for tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it will be. But if the bulls continue to kind of rally off today's reclaiming back of the 50-day, watch the 50-day reclaim of Instacart as well. That does look pretty good. On the downside, just in case the market rolls back over, I am watching the bottom channel here of Amazon. It's held 4 times in a row, same area, same thing as with Google. It held the 20-day moving average. Microsoft has been absolutely getting shelled. Again, guys, that's the point of the 50-day moving average. We've been talking about this for 3 days in a row. It gave another washout today below this 420 level, going all the way down to under 415. But on the surface, the bulls did a pretty good job today reclaiming back the 50-day moving average. It was very touch and go. Again, it was stocks were getting smoked, absolutely smoked here, pretty much into the afternoon until we had that late day rally. Meta for tomorrow is holding up fairly well. Again, we're not at that sweet spot yet of Meta, but it is holding up. It really needs to reclaim back that 608, 609 level in the future. But I'm definitely watching for tomorrow, day 2, if there is. Again, it might be a dead cat bounce to Tesla, but I'm definitely watching Tesla for a potential day 2 washout. So I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch NVIDIA trying to reclaim back the 50-day moving average as well. But it's going to be, again, guys, don't put a lot of stock into what's going on, especially for tomorrow. Again, a lot of people are on vacation. They're taking advantage of this kind of weird week. So you're going to see the market players return Monday and Tuesday off the vacation. That's when my kids, especially, kids go back to school. My kids are going back to school on Monday. So we're, again, stay nimble, right? Stay nimble. Today, again, I was all ready to kind of call it a day. I had one, bounce fail attempt on NVIDIA today. I caught a little wash on Tesla. And then, next thing you know, you just never know, guys. And that was the whole point. You just never know when something is going to fall into your lap. And I'll tell you, we were ready. We were ready. I've been talking about that 509 level for in nauseam for the last 4 or 5 videos. And finally today played out and really made my day. Really made my day. And I think a lot of you guys did. I could speak for a lot of you guys did the same thing as well. So again, be nimble for tomorrow. Let's see if the bulls can build back, on the good job of reclaiming back the 50-day moving average again. Let's see if the bears finally get the bulls to tap out and close below 509, but we're definitely going to get a little bit much more clarity going into next week by tomorrow's price action. Guys, God bless everybody. Have a great night. God bless. On God's help, I will see you on the field tomorrow. Take care.